Hey yo, this crazy talk. I'm crazy. Well, really not really, but I got some news you can use. You might think I'm crazy after this one, but check this out. Through faith we understand that the worlds were framed by the word of God, so that things that are seen are not made of things that do appear. I'll say it one more time. Through faith we understand that the worlds were framed by the word of God, so that things that are seen were not made of things that do appear. Now you're about to be like, what do and what are you talking about? Calm down. I'm about to explain. I'm about to tell you about all of it. I'm about to tell you how the simulation argument, simulation theory, the you live in the matrix type stuff, that is all in the Bible. The Bible tell you about that and you don't even know. You don't even know. I'm about to tell you about it all. Alright? So first like my video. Go ahead, because you know this is gonna be good. That's what she said. Go ahead and like it. Subscribe to this, this channel if you liking this type of content, you know what I'm saying? Leave some comments and let me know your thoughts, because this is just what I be thinking, and like, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna just tie everything together, you know what I'm saying? So here we go. I'm gonna explain to you what the simulation theory is. Break it down real quick. If you want a more detailed version of this, you can go watch the video. I'm gonna put a video up so that you can know that, some more detailed information about it. I spent more time on that video. And also, let me tell y'all that I just got surgery in my mouth, so if my jaw is swollen, I'm talking a little funny, that's why. But all right, check this out. 1972, they had Pong and Atari came out, and the graphics way back then, you know what I'm saying, it was horrible. And if you fast forward to now, 50 years later, the graphics look really, really, really good. And so they saying that through technologies, through the advancement of technology, if you believe that technology will get better, which you should, that one day, let's say 1,000 years from now, you know what I'm saying? Well, actually, like 1,000 years from now, 1,000 years might be like a long time to you. That's what you think. But if the world was here, the earth was here for like 4 or 5 billion years, like say this was the timeline of the earth, like for 4 to 5 billion years, 1,000 years, you wouldn't even be able to see that, let alone your lifetime, you wouldn't be able to see that on there. So it's a real short time. But 1,000 years, let's just take 500 years, no, 250 years, no, 100 years from now. If you advance technology, think about how things will be in 100 years from now. The video games are gonna be like so realistic that people won't be able to tell the difference. Like playing a video game, playing Madden will look just like Madden watching TV. So it'll be so detailed, these games will be so detailed you won't know the difference. And then people in these games, they like the advancement, they will probably be able to feel things and touch things and like think. They'll be able to think, and then they'll be able to think that they got free will, you know what I'm saying? And somebody named Nick Bostrom said, hey yo, what if that's already happened, you know what I'm saying? What if we are the people that's walking around these simulations thinking that we got free will? And then maybe people go, I see what you're talking about. Okay. Cause like you think you got, that's another story, Corey. We gonna talk about that later. But Nick Bostrom wrote the simulation argument, which is real quick. There's 3 things. That's one thing out of 3 things could be possible, and the first one is that before we are able to develop the technology to make simulations, that we are extinct. Like a nuclear war goes on, everybody take each other out, or a bomb or asteroid comes to destroy the earth, or artificial intelligence, AI wipes everybody out, so that we can't even create these simulations like what I'm talking about. And then number 2 is that we create this simulation, but we have the ability to do it, but we just don't. That'll be like somebody making a video game and then like putting it out on the shelves, and then nobody buys it at all. Not even the person that made the game, he don't even play it. So like we can do it, but we just don't do it. And then the third option is that we are already certainly living in a simulation. He said certainly, like he didn't say like, hey yo, I think we might be living in a simulation. He said certainly living in a simulation. Oh, tea be so good, and then it make you breathe afterwards. I like tea. You gotta have you some tea. Check it out. So one of those three things is happening. So like, you know, either one of those possibilities. And then Elon Musk said that it's a 1 in a billion chance that this is real, not real life, because this is real to us. But he said that this is base reality, meaning like the first Earth. This is the one that started it all. There's a 1 in a billion chance, and like let me explain to you what that means. Have you ever played NBA 2K before? I said this analogy in my video. I'm gonna break it down to y'all. If you ever played 2K, you know what I'm saying, like, you know that it started in 2000, I think, with like Allen Iverson on the cover, and now you know is the detail, the graphics is way advanced. Okay, so if you were playing, let's say you're playing NBA 2K NBA 2K 93 years from now, okay, or even NBA 2K 56, right? And these people are so detailed, the graphics is so detailed, look really real. You may even be able to put a headset on, a virtual reality 2K at this time. But you know, when you go back to your high-rise apartment and you're playing 2K, right? That the person is in the living room, you put him in the living room, and he goes up to the TV, and now he wants to play 2K. And then while he's playing 2K, he creates a character that wants to play 2K. And he creates a character, and then he creates a character, and then he creates a character, then he creates a character, then he creates a character, and it keeps going and keeps going, you know, keeps on going down. Keep in mind the other people that's all in the, you know, the my park, everybody that you was playing with, everybody from the court, they went home and they started playing 2K, and they all made creative players, and then the creative players made creative players, and then I ain't gotta keep doing that, do I? No? Okay, cool. Y'all get where I'm going. I'm glad I ain't lose y'all, because I might lose y'all later. But check this out. Now, all those players that I just told you about, imagine if you put them all in a box. Even though the person, whoever started it off, you put them in a box, and then all the creative players that you keep going down, put them in a box, and then you reach in the box and pull somebody out. Who do you think you're gonna get? A creative player or the person that started it? More than likely you're gonna get one of the creative players, because it's just so many of them. It's about 1 billion of them. That's why Elon Musk says that it's about 1 in a billion chance that this is base reality. Now you get that, okay? So, what does that mean? Let's go back to that Bible verse. That Bible verse, through faith we understand that the worlds were framed by God, so that things that are seen were not made of things that do appear. That's very important. So let me break this down to you, and why I'm talking about that. The Bible is talking about simulation, and it's right here. So I need to tell y'all that, you know what I'm saying, this is a shameless plug, but if you're looking for a boat or you're looking for an ark, I know a guy. You know what I'm saying? I know a guy. And let me tell you about this guy, okay? His name is Noah, and he was told, I actually don't know this guy, but I heard about this guy. And every time I heard about this guy, like, I was like, I don't know about that story. But let me tell you, this guy named Noah was told that he needed to build an ark, and he needed to have 2 of every animal on this ark. And like, he heard it was gonna rain. It never rained before, but he heard it was gonna rain, and he didn't have a big crew, so you know he had to build an ark and put 2 of every animal on this ark. And you know, like, you know how hard that'll be to do. Like, you couldn't even do that, you know what I'm saying, these days. Like, you know what I'm saying, getting 2 of every animal to get on the boat. But anyway, I thought that was wild. Like, this story, he did that. But then recently, like a couple months ago, I also found out, like, if you didn't think that was wild, like, I found out, who in here knew how old Noah was? Nobody? So, okay. Because I asked some older people, some Christian people about this, and they was like, I don't know. But did you know that Noah was 950 years old? What? Yeah, he was 950 years old. So, and he finished building the ark like around his 500th year or something like that. Maybe like the 513th day. I don't know about, you know what I'm saying? That, you know, but around that time is when he built the ark, finished building the ark, and then around he died when he was 950. And then when I found that out, I'm like, that's wild, because how could he live? How could anybody? Do you know anybody that lived to be 950? He wasn't even the oldest person. It was somebody older than him. Name started with an M, but I don't know his name. It started with an M though, him or her. But you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm not really, you know what I'm saying, that educated in the Bible, but I know some things. You know what I'm saying? Somebody was older than him. But anyways, how can that happen? Because that can't happen because we can't live that old. So how can that be true? You know what I'm saying? But then, you know what I'm saying, that's where things get interesting and that's why the simulation and everything I just talked about comes into play, because just because that can't happen here don't mean that can't happen somewhere else. Because like I told you, I didn't tell you, but the verse, Hebrews 11:3 is the verse. My bad, I didn't tell y'all that, but the verse is Hebrews 11:3, and that where it said, through faith we understand that the worlds. Why would they say worlds? Because they didn't say world. The world was framed by the word of God, but the worlds. Can anybody explain that? You can't, because you ain't here. That's cool. I'm gonna tell you what that means. That means it's more than one world. You don't need the rocket scientists to figure that out, and these not even rockets. Okay, but the worlds were framed by God. So maybe on this world, we can only live to 100, 115, 120. Some people could live longer than that. But maybe in a different world, you know what I'm saying, that you can live to be 900, 950. And maybe in that world, all the weird things that you talk about in the Bible, some of these things that you didn't think happened, maybe that happened in a different place, because that's how that world was programmed. Like this world right here that we are in right now, this reality here, the law of gravity, what goes up must come down. You know what I'm saying? That's a law. That's a rule that the creator put in this game. But maybe on a different game, in a different world, those rules don't apply to, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's just what's going on here. So things that happen in a different place, you don't know the rules about that. Like, you could have sex with somebody and have a baby, you know what I'm saying? But you don't know that if you was in a different world, that like if you hit somebody with your elbow, they might get pregnant. And then people around there, they walking around with elbow pads and all types of crazy stuff. You know what I'm saying? But let me tell you, like, you know what I'm trying to say. Again, let me further illustrate my point. Help you understand me. Take Super Mario Brothers, either one, Mario or Luigi, and then take Miss Pac-Man or Mr. Pac-Man, either one. Take one of them and say they met each other. You know what I'm saying? They on the bus and they talking to each other, and then Miss Pac-Man talking to Mario, and she like, hey, how you doing? And he like, oh, hey, how you doing? And she's like, hey, I'm fantastic. And then it blow his mind because he didn't watch my video. But she tell him he's fantastic, and he's like, that's good. I wish I could be fantastic. And she was like, why? What's wrong? And he said, when I keep walking, you know what I'm saying, on my screen, I just keep walking, but I heard about another world, you know what I'm saying, where it's different. And she was like, yeah, that's weird, because in my world, we don't do that. She was like, when I walk to the right side of my screen, I pop outside the left side of my screen. Or if I walk to the left side of my screen, I pop outside the right side of my screen. And that's wild. And then because Mario like, nah, that can't, you know what I'm saying, I heard about that, but I don't think that could be true, because when I walk to the right side of my screen, it just keep on going. You know what I'm saying? Because both these people are right, but you know what I'm saying, they might not believe each other, because you know they're just in two different worlds. You know what I'm saying? So something that applies in this game don't mean it's in that game. You know what I'm saying? And so like the rules in different worlds, that the worlds were created by God, you know, they might not be the same, you know, in other places. And now I want to talk to you. Okay, this is gonna be quick. This is the second part of the second part of that verse that say, you know, so that things that are seen were made of things that do not appear. That's just a hard thing to, you know what I'm saying, even just understand. But I'm gonna tell you what I think it means. Okay, now we gotta talk about quantum physics. It's gonna be real quick because, you know what I'm saying, this is really detailed, and scientists, they don't really even know about this. But like trying to understand this, you know what I'm saying, like, you know, I can go all day. That's what she said. But check this out. Scientists have a thing called the double slit experiment, where they had a wall with 2 slits in there, and they fired atoms through there. Hold on. Hold that thought. Alright, they got this wall with the 2 slits, and they fired the atoms through the slit, right? And they expect it to happen, you know what I'm saying, on the other side, that you would get the, you know what I'm saying, like the same thing on the other side, the same pattern when you go through the slit on the other side of the wall in the back, that you would get the, you know what I'm saying, same pattern from the slit. But they noticed that that didn't happen. It was a bunch of different other wave patterns on the back. Just trust me, okay? If you want a detailed explanation, go look up the double slit experiment, but just follow me. Just trust me what I'm saying. Look, so then they was wondering, like, why did these atoms show up like this? You know what I'm saying? So they put a camera on the other side of one of these slits, right? They put the camera on these slits so they can observe, you know what I'm saying, the nature of the atoms as they travel through the slit. And they noticed that then, when they put the camera there to observe it, then it did, you know what I'm saying, it did do on the other side what they thought it was gonna do. And they did it over and over. They didn't understand, like, why when we're not looking it does something, but then when we are paying attention to it, it does what we, you know, what we thought, or something different. And that's the observer effect, meaning that things don't appear until you look at it, you know. And I know this is gonna sound crazy, you know what I'm saying, but just, hey, just believe what I'm saying right now, and then go do the research, because this all is wild. Like, you know, because it's wild, because they saying that, like, you know what's in front of you, right? But how you know what I'm saying, what's behind you? You don't know what's back there until you look. You don't know what's in your room until you go there. Or like, if the gas station down the street, you don't know that gas station is there until you go there. And because that's what this is proving, that things don't exist until we look at them. Like, have you ever heard the phrase, if a tree falls in the middle of the forest and no one is around, does it make a sound? But like, we not finna get it too deep into that, but that's just wild. And I think that just applies to, you know, the ending part of that verse from Hebrews 11:3, you know, so that things that are seen, which are made of things that are seen, are not made of things which do not appear. And that sounds like, you know, like virtual reality, you know what I'm saying? Because like in video games or virtual reality, we think these things are there, but they're made of things that are not there, you know what I'm saying? So like in a video game, like, to save power or to save space in this computer or whatever, they don't have, like, if you travel, your player goes to a part of the map, it's creating it as it goes along, you know what I'm saying? So that creates space. Like you know what I just thought of? Let me tell you what I just thought of. Hold on. Let me work this out real quick. All right, look. Have you ever had a injury, or you had like if you had something, an injury? If you had an injury and you seen the white meat, you know what I'm saying? But then, you know what I'm saying, the red, you start bleeding, but first it's the white meat. If you look real fast, you can see the white meat, and then, you know what I'm saying? So like, if you was to think like, oh, there's probably a lot of blood in me, you know what I'm saying? Because that's what we think. But it don't appear until we look down, you know what I'm saying, see the cut, and then the blood comes. Some people know what I'm talking about, some people don't. But if you ever experienced that, have you ever seen the white meat first and then the blood? And I'm sure there's probably some type of scientific explanation for that or whatever, but that's basically what it is. Like it's not appearing until we see it. But you know, that's a whole nother story, Corey. Like I said, quantum physics and quantum mechanics, that's real deep. So like, if you came to this channel to learn about that stuff, get out of here, because that's not what this is about. I'm just trying to tie in some things with the Bible and this simulation theory. So look, back to Noah and his ark and all these stories in the Bible. You know, I believe that somebody created, you know, if you believe in God or your creator, somebody made this that we are living in. Then that could be a he or she, or it could be alien. It could, like, an alien could have been there to make this dome and we just living in it or something like that. Like anything, but like it can give you hope, you know what I'm saying, or faith, you know what I'm saying, because somebody is watching, and they can you can communicate by, you know, that's why you pray, is to reach this person, you know what I'm saying, so they can probably intervene in what's going on, you know what I'm saying. And this make a whole lot more sense than, like, even like the story about how Jesus got here. Like, you know, like a virgin, like Mary got pregnant. I mean, like, her husband went to work and came back and she was pregnant. Like, what happened now if, fellas, let's say you was with a girl and y'all never had sex, she was a virgin, and then like you went to work and then or something and you just came back and she was like, oh baby, I'm pregnant. You know, that wouldn't fly. I don't think that'd be, you know what I'm saying, I don't think that'd go work. So like things that these stories that happen in the Bible, like a lot of things that don't make sense and people just believe them. They just believe them. But what does make sense is that, like, you know, because whatever created this, it could even be you, or it could be imagine your kid in their bedroom playing Sims. They got Sims 4 out right now, but say they were playing Sims 2022, that game, you know? And then in his game, he's like, and your kid is like 8 or 9. My son is 8. So say my son is playing this game and he's like, I'm about to make this president be the president. This person be the president. Enter. Oh, look, y'all. Look what I just happened. This person is the president now. Or the person can do whatever. The person could, hey, I'm about to write a book and say that this man walked on water and that this man turned water into wine. Like that. Enter. And put it out and see what happened. You know what I'm saying? Like, it could be a whole lot of things that happen with this, you know what I'm saying, simulation, but I definitely believe it happened. Check what happened if somebody can create a simulation for a lot of things to happen, like they could have wanted to know like how dinosaurs got extinct, or like what really happened with the Big Bang, or like how did, you know, anything happen. And like what if someone created a simulation and just walked out and then he got hit by a car or something like that, and then they didn't know that it was still going on and we just still here. But anyways, let's see what I'm gonna talk about. I'm trying to make this video short. Like I said, if you want to go and watch, if you want to know more about the simulation argument or the simulation theory or why you might be living in the Matrix, hey, check my video out, and then go check other people's videos out too, man. And because like this topic helped me have a spiritual awakening, I believe, when I started to realize that things aren't like what you really think they are, you know what I'm saying? Like, did you hear that, or did you know that humans can only see 1% of the visible light spectrum? You know, like there's 99% of stuff that we can't see. Like, yeah. How you feel about that? How you feel? You ain't gonna say nothing? Alright, that's cool. But like stuff like that, and like opening up your mind, you know, like, you know, I didn't mean to make this video to make you like to change your belief systems, or like, you know what I'm saying, make you not believe in something. Hopefully, like I'm telling you, like this will help you believe like that there is a God. And I believe there is a God, but I don't believe that Jesus part really, like, I believe God wrote that part, but I don't know about that part. But like, just this video is just to tell you how the Bible talk about the simulation is right there, because what else could that mean? Like, why would they say worlds if there was only one? You know what I'm saying? And then that part at the end where they're just trying to cleverly put these words in there so you could be confused. You know what I'm saying? That's what, hey, they trying to tell you, you live in a simulation. And I'm trying to tell you, hey, I'm trying to tell you, take care of yourself. And thank y'all for liking these videos though, first. Or thank y'all for watching these videos. I did a 7-day challenge where I'm dropping a video every day. And you know, I was trying to just talk through the videos, not do a lot of editing, just really put them out there. If I mess up, I mess up, I mess up. If I don't, I don't. But you know what I'm saying? I just wanted to give it that approach. I'm really cold with the videos. Like, I'm cold with editing and stuff like that. Should I link a video? I could probably link a video to something I did. I could probably do that. Should I do that? Yeah, I'll probably do that. But until then, like I always say at the end, to Koi, take care of yourself. Peace.